See, last week we talked about self-worth. Okay. Now, if you are aware of our culture and our society and social media and all that crap, what are people trying to get? Now, they were doing that before social media, right? But what are we constantly trying to get? Like affirmation, likes, acceptance, validation. Yep. This is a real problem. Because here's the thing, I want you to write this down. You can write it how you want. You don't have to take work with it. But here's the thing. As long as your assurance of who you are and your worth comes from anything primarily from yourself, it can be taken from you. It can be taken from you at any time. Let me say that again. If your self-worth, your value is dependent on anything other than yourself, who you are, your opinion of yourself, then it can be taken from you. You can be robbed of it. Now think about that. Is that something you want? Right? Now, let's take it a step further. If it can be taken from you at any time, do you feel stable? Do you feel stable? It's a pretty big deal, right? Think about rejection. Why do we get upset about that? Right? Why do we get upset about rejection? See, if I am fully assured in myself and I know my worth, I know my value, I understand that when I wake up in the morning, it's intrinsic as a human being. And then I build on that with who I am and what I do, not to be perfect. I am not talking about perfection. I'm talking about you waking up and going, I am good. I may make mistakes, but inherently who I am is good. If anything else outside of that validates your self-worth, then it can be robbed of you like that. And if it can be robbed from you, if it can be taken from you, then you can't have stability. Not fully. You kind of teeter on one leg, but you are not firmly planted, right? So say I like someone, right? Like them. I ask them out and they go, no, I don't know. There's two choices here, right? There's one where I go, okay, that's fine. You have a right to accept and reject whoever you want. And I hate the word rejection because rejection has such a negative meaning to it, and it doesn't have to be. So you can choose to be with me or not be with me. That's fine, right? That's your choice. I've made that choice both ways. That's okay. That's fine. Just not your cup of tea, and that's all right. I appreciate your honesty. Or I can accept it. I can reject it. I can throw a temper tantrum about it. Right? I can go, yeah, that's fine, and then go wallow in self-thoughts. Whoa, why wasn't I good enough? I want you to have a shift where all that matters is what you think of yourself. It's not that you don't value other people's opinions. That's okay. But it doesn't shake you. Your assurance policy, right? It's here. It's where you realize that every day that you get up, there is worth and value. Instead of waking up and going, well, I made these horrible mistakes, so I'm not a good man. You toss that out. You throw it out. You go, that's not real. And your mind will go, yes, it is. You'll go, no, it is not. I refuse to accept that. I know my worth. I know my value. And you may have to tell yourself this over and over and over and wake up and 100 times a day. I love myself. I'm good. I guarantee you that if every day you woke up for the next 3 months, today I'm going to tell myself I love myself 100 times. I'm going to count. I'm going to have reminders set up on my phone that go off throughout the day to remind me to tell myself I love myself. I love myself. I was waiting in line. I love myself. I promise you that at the end of that time period, you would feel a lot better about yourself. Have you done anything? Have you done? I didn't say anything about doing anything to improve yourself. I didn't say anything about that. You haven't done anything other than tell yourself the truth about yourself. That's it. That's all you've done. And at the end of that 3 months, I guarantee you, you would feel better about who you are. You would actually love yourself. So what does that tell you? It's here. It's right here. Your choice each day to have assurance in yourself. It will take time. Now, I'm going to spell this out on how to do this. Okay? Y'all ready? This is not a 1, 2, 3. Step 1, 2, 3. This is very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. I promise you that if you'll do this, you will feel so much better. When you wake up in the morning, when this really starts to land, the world will be more colorful. You'll be less stressed. You'll be more fulfilled for no other reason than your assurance of your self-worth and value comes from you. Whenever you hear anything that is against that, you're bad. You're not good. When you feel rejection, that in that moment, you visualize in your head, you wrapping your hands and arms around a child version of yourself. You got to go get a picture of 4 or 5-year-old you, do it. Picture yourself wrapping your arms around and go, it's okay. It's okay. We're good. We're okay. We are valuable. We are worthy. Doesn't matter what you're feeling. Remember, feelings aren't facts. Okay? If you do this, what will happen is your assurance policy will start to happen with you. I have no problem asking any girl out. Not worried about her saying no. Not even worried about her saying yes. I'm just going to ask. I have no issue with it. None. You have all these pickup artists. I'm using this as an example. You can apply it to your own life, but like you'll get the meaning here, right? There's all these things. Do this. Approach it this way. Talk like this. No. If you want the secret to asking someone out, just be assured in yourself, right? That job you're trying to get, they tell you no, doesn't say anything about you. You're a good person. The only way it says something about you is because you allow it. You allow it. If I ask this person out, she says no, and I go beat myself up, that's on me, right? I don't feel any of that. I've been told no. And I'm just like, okay, well, thanks. I appreciate it. Because it doesn't say anything about me. I don't allow it to affect me in that way. In the same way, gentlemen, there are so many examples across your life in relation to this where you have that assurance can come straight from you. Nothing else, not your job, not what you drive, how much money you make, what clothes you wear, what status you are, what successes you think that you have or need to have. No. And here's the thing, I will tell you this. If you can do this, your life will improve exponentially. Right? If you do this, your urges, temptations, thoughts about acting out will decrease even further because a lot of times it can come out of that space. You are worthy. Listen to me. Listen to me very closely. Okay? You're worthy. You are good men. I don't care if you don't believe it. It doesn't matter. If you understand what intrinsic is, it means that regardless of your opinion, it's true. Regardless of anybody's opinion, it just holds truth, right? The desk is made of wood. Doesn't matter if I don't think it is. It is. It's intrinsically true. It's a truth that I can't alter. The desk is made of wood. There it is. In the same way, you are worthy. You are good. You are good men. You may have things in your life that you want to improve and get rid of. You may have things in your life that don't serve you. But look where you are when so many men can't even show up. They can't. Not trying to talk bad about those men. They're not ready. Hopefully they'll come to that point. They can't even show up. They can't be here. But you are. Do you want proof? Do you want some proof? You want some hard proof? Here we are. Here it is on this group call. I want you to understand, right, that you are good. And I want you to own this. I want you to own this. I want you to believe it. I believe I'm good. Good man. Have I made mistakes? Terrible, horrible mistakes that have hurt people badly? Yes. Do I have remorse and regret over those decisions? Yes. Do I beat myself up and have shame about it? No, I don't. Do I love myself? Yes. Am I a good man? Yes. Right? Not intentionally trying to hurt anyone, trying to be the best version of myself, constant state of improvement. That's where I want you to be. But here's the thing. There's nothing I can say in this moment that is going to flip a switch where all of a sudden you're going to believe it. Listen to me. The only way men get to that point is they travel. They put one foot in front of the other, and it's 1,000 miles, and you end up at the end of the destination. It takes work. It takes you stepping in, reminding yourself daily, whether you feel it or not, does not matter. Your feelings around this means nothing. Whether you are or not, does not matter. You are. So you've got to step into that space and go, hey, constantly. I had to do it. Hey, whoa. Therapy helps, don't get me wrong. But it's constantly bringing yourself to that point of going, you know what, I actually am a good man. Do I make mistakes? Yeah. Do I intentionally make those mistakes? Like, am I out to harm people? No. Not at all. You're going to make mistakes. We want to eliminate those mistakes. And don't get me wrong, we're not making excuses. We don't want to make mistakes, but we need to understand that that may happen. It doesn't mean that we're bad. But you have to lock onto this. You have to hold true to it. Okay. This is so important. I wish I could flip a switch for you. I can't. No one can. I had to walk this journey myself to get to the point where I started really believing that. A long time ago, if someone had like rejected me, it would have just been devastating. I would have beat myself up and all kinds of crap. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay.